KJ was in the car when a call was made to the worker from the daycare, asking the worker why KJ. And so at the time, so the worker actually took KJ out of the car into her home, and KJ was in her home, and they said that the worker, this is part of the investigation that we've received from law enforcement, the worker was throwing cold water on his face.
So he had not gotten out of his car?
He had not.
Now, a press conference was held in conjunction with the family in which they gave some insight into the alleged movements of this caseworker. Apparently, she picked KJ up at around 9 a.m. She proceeded to take him to a visit with his father, which ended at around 11:30. She then left and ran several personal errands, like going to a restaurant and picking up food for her family, dropping that food off with the family, and then going to a smoke shop. She then proceeded to her home. KJ was still strapped in the back seat during all of this. Got out of the car at her home and went inside. The windows were rolled up on the vehicle. It was not running, and she went inside of the home for 5 hours, and she wasn't alerted to KJ being in that vehicle until the daycare called her at around 5:30 regarding his whereabouts. They also allege that she took KJ out of the vehicle and brought him into her home and began throwing cold water on his face, and then contacting first responders. So he was in that car for 5 hours, and the temperature topped 96 degrees, and the heat index values were 101 to 105 degrees. So she was charged with a felony that prohibits leaving a child or an incapacitated person unattended in a motor vehicle in a manner that creates an unreasonable risk of injury or harm. She was given a $30,000 bond, in which she bonded out immediately. There's also an investigation into the Department of Human Resources, who hired the contractor to transport KJ. I send my condolences out to the family. She needs to be prosecuted. Y'all put your thoughts. It's Double D Mobile.